Hi everyone, Leanne here from Jada Blossom, and I'm going to put together the MDF Gnome reindeers and the MDF Gnome reindeers with stands. So I'm using the Gnome Friends reindeer die and the Reindeer Faces stamp set from Jada Blossom, and these are the MDF shapes that I'm going to be assembling today. So very simple, a sitting and standing reindeer that's in a stand, and a sitting and standing reindeer that you can hang on a gift, like as a gift tag, or as a Christmas ornament. So I'm putting together these reindeer using dark chocolate cardstock from Paper Tray Inc. and cream cardstock from American Crafts. And I'm just layering these up. So I'm using artist glue from, what's it called, scrapbook.com. Using my reverse tweezers, and I've got my little sanding block there to get little shavings off my die cuts. And that's basically what I'm doing. So on a couple of these, I'll be stamping faces using the Reindeer Faces stamp set. On the other two, I will just be doing other things. So when you assemble these guys, remember that you can use as many of the pieces as you want or as little of the pieces that you want. So I'm trying not to cut too many layers, and I'm doing that by cutting the main base out of the color out of the main color of reindeer that I'm making. So my bases, instead of being black like I normally do, I just cut them out of dark chocolate cardstock from Paper Tray Inc. And then I'll be doing some layering on top. So this is very simple. You'll see what I'm doing. I cut out like a lot of the pieces. I cut out, in fact, I think I cut out all the pieces from the bag, but I'm using them on different reindeer just to get more bang for my buck, so I'm not having to cut out so many of the same die at once. So I do weight down my glued little reindeer with an acrylic block in between. So now I'm going to stamp on two faces using VersaFine Clair, Nocturne ink, and my Misty. So I just kind of line them up, and then I'll stamp them. Remember to stamp gently. You don't press too hard. And then that way nothing, your little reindeer faces don't get squashed. You don't lose the detail. So there we go. We have the two faces all set. And super cute stuff, right? So now I am pulling out some EK Success chalk. So I'm just chalking the cheeks. There we go. And this little thing that I use, it's an oldie but a goodie. So I don't think you can even get them anymore. This is a Copic marker. So I'm just going to tap some Copic marker on the face. Remember that Copic markers, don't play well with pigment inks. And VersaFine Clair Nocturne ink is a pigment, so you've got to be really careful. Now I'm using a Sakura white jelly roll pen to color in my eye highlights, add some freckles to the cheeks, all that stuff. There we go. So easy stuff. And there we have it. So I'm going to be adding the pink ears, or the inner parts of the ears, I guess. That's American Crafts pink cardstock, and I'm just lining them up, adding the glue on. So you could skip cutting the brown ears if you like and just add the pink ears to the base. That works. However you want to do it is fine. All the pieces have stitching, so you get a lot of detail, even if you don't cut all of the pieces. So there we go. So now I'm adding on the little die cut noses, and I cut them out of Pure Poppy cardstock, which is like a red cardstock from Paper Tray Inc. Kind of one of my favorites. There we are. And I'm using my Studio Catty embellishment wand to pick them up. So these guys are all going to be Rudolph. And I cut the reindeer antlers out of American Crafts dark brown cardstock. There we are. So it's a little bit darker than my, my main fur color. So now I'm adding on, so I'm putting the full ears on this guy, but I could have skipped that, right? And then I will add the insides of the ears next. So this is like a very simple thing. As long as you keep everything lined up with the main base cut, it will fit perfectly on your MDF piece. Remember, when you're sticking it down onto your MDF, You want to make sure you use like an acrylic block and lots of glue to make sure it sticks down really well. So now I'm adding the hooves. This is paper traying black cardstock. There we go. And just making sure everything's lined up perfectly. There, and we will do, I'm putting together just this lower body, because remember, you don't have to cut out the main base if you don't want. I'll use the MDF piece as a main base. So that way I can, you know, sort of use the separate head and then the body and put them together on the MDF base, and no one would know. So now I'm adding on the little hooves on the, you know, front legs, using my Sakura, or using my Studio Katia embellishment wand to pick things up. Same thing, dark chocolate cardstock and paper tray ink black cardstock. And I'll just weight down those things. So now I'm going to stick some things onto my little MDF pieces. So on this one, I'm going to add the little reindeer antlers, sticking them down, and I do weight it down. Now I will add my fully assembled one with the antlers, right? And we'll stick it down. You'll see that I'm pretty generous with the glue. And then I will weight it down with an acrylic block. So there we go. Just making sure things are lined up well. And I do weight it down with an acrylic block. Now on this one, I'm going to add the glue to the MDF piece. You could do that. Works just as well either way. As long as you sort of stay in where the lines are, you don't want glue kind of overflowing onto the MDF piece. So there we are. So I'm just making sure there's lots of glue, using my reverse tweezers to move my piece into place. There we go. And then I will weight it down with an acrylic block. And I have two of my guys. So a standing one, or I mean, these are both sitting ones, but you know, one is a hanging tag or an ornament, and the other one is a standing one, for a decoration, or you could use it as place card holders or, on your tiered trays, whatever you'd like. So I'm adding my little ruffle, my little chest ruffle of fur. That's also that beige cardstock from American Crafts. And then I will add on my little arms. So the arms, or the front legs, go on first, and then the ruffle. There we are. And then I'll add the ruffle. Remember, you can add hats to these guys, scarves to these guys, whatever you like, using all the different gnome add-ons. I didn't in this video, but you can certainly use any of those things to, amp up your design. So I'm just quickly layering up my standing reindeer with the little, with the little tag hanger. Next, I'm going to add on my little antlers with some artist glue. There we are. And like I said, I do weight it down to let it dry in between. Whoops, just making sure the glue's not oozing out. I just think these are so cute. In fact, I make Christmas ornaments every year for everybody that comes to my Christmas dinner. And this year it's going to be reindeer ornaments. So it'll be lots of fun. I'll be decorating them with the different things from all of the Christmas add-ons from Jada Blossom, and probably jingle bells and bows and, all sorts of things. It'll be fun. There we are. Now I'm going to add the pink to the inner ears. There you have it. And it's just very simple. And like I say in my other videos, these really wouldn't be too hard for kids to put together. If you had like a picture of them to follow, or for them to follow, that would be probably pretty simple for them. There we are. So next I'm going to put together, this is the one where I'm putting it together all separately. So I've got the little body separate, do weight it down, and then I have the little head separate. So this guy is going to be a standing reindeer. And this one is in a little stand. There we are. And then I'm just lining things up. On the ones that I don't do the face stamping, I'm just going to use some simple black enamel dots from Doodlebug for eyes. So I'm going to add that little chest fur ruffle there. And the hooves. And I realize, oh, I got the wrong hooves. There we are. And this is black cardstock from Papertrey Ink. And I'm going to add my darker brown cardstock from American Crafts for those cute little antlers. Remember, you could do these in like colorful patterns as well. You don't have to make it look reindeer colored. You can make a pink reindeer or a mint reindeer, whatever you want. There's no rules. It would kind of make it look like a stuffed animal then, right? It would be kind of fun. Okay, so next I'm going to glue on my little red nose. I'm still going with the Rudolph theme. There we are. But I'm going to use these little black enamel dots from Doodlebug to add my little eyes. First I'll add some chalk to the cheeks. There we are, which is kind of fun. And now I'll add my little eyes. I just use a pen blade to pick them up. And isn't that cute? I just think they are adorable. Oops, gotta get the right size there. Adding 2 little eyeballs, and isn't that the cutest thing? Just so cute. I'll add the little fur ruffle on this guy here. And isn't that adorable? And like I said, these guys could be holding things or wearing scarves or doing whatever you want, right? Toques. That's Canadian, I guess. Winter hats. Okay, so I'm adding the pink inner ears to this other guy. Remember, you can do tons of die cutting and just assembly line it, which would be fun as well. There we go. Now I'm going to add one little mouth on one of them, and the other one I'm going to leave it without a mouth just because I like the look of that. It looks adorable. And there he is. Oops, just making sure things are straight. And I don't have anything hanging off there. That's one of those Tim Holtz kind of poker tools, piercing tool. Now I'm going to thread some trendy twine. This is like a Christmas twine. And I'm just threading it through the hole on both of these little hanging ones. So it could be, like I said, a gift tag. It could be, you know, hanging on a Christmas tree, whatever you'd like. So now I'm adding the hooves on all of these front legs. And then I will add them to my super cute little reindeer. There we go. And I'm just going to add them. One of them, I'm going to slip them underneath the head. There we go. And the other one, I'm just going to add them to the body without doing that. There's no rules. There's no right or wrong. I'm just going to add a little bit more glue along the edge of that just to make sure it sticks down well. There we go. It's kind of like the trick to get glue under a spot that's already stuck down. Just put it on a little bit of paper and slide that paper underneath. Works really well. I'm going to use my reverse tweezers just to make sure that this sticks down really well. There we are. So now I'm going to add these little arms or front legs on. There we go, but I'm not going to put it underneath. I'm just going to have it sort of on either side of his little body. And isn't that cute? And then I will weight it down. So this is my little stand-up guy, and how cute is he? He stands up. And then this little guy is a sitting one, but he's also in a stand, so he can stand up wherever you want. And aren't those adorable? I just think they're so cute. So thank you so much for stopping by. Be sure to hop on over to the Jada Blossom blog to you know, see what's going on. The Jada Blossom store to get your hands on some of these products. Thanks, everybody. Bye.